so today I'm going to be installing an access panel, and the reason being is, well, there used to be this here, just a purple little piece of plywood, and
mustiness on it.
We're going to be installing this one. It's 16 by 24, but right here fits between my studs. I'll go over, install like this. I'll be able to get to my plumbing whenever I need to. I've got some leaks back here in the bathroom. If you watched our other videos, we're turning this house into a duplex. So I need access because I need to be able to change this out whenever I'm ready. I'm just not to that room yet, but there was already a panel here. It used to be some plywood, but I really want to change it over to something that is not purple plywood. So that's what we're going to be doing today. And show you how I do it. So basically, let me show you here. It's 16 1/4 on the outside diameter. That's with the trim. Wide and long, it's about 31 3/8, a little under 31 1/2. The internal diameter, which is actually what goes inside the wall, is perfect here. Like this house has 16-inch centers on stud, but my internal width is 14 inches. So it should fit perfect between my studs here. It should have about a 29, I'm about 28 7/8 as far as from here to here. I'm gonna cut it 29 so I'm not fighting it. I'm gonna start off my measurement from the floor. The floor is not always the perfect way to do it because sometimes your floor is uneven. But because I have 1.5 inches of trim to work with, I've got plenty of room to work. So if I'm a little off, I can kind of arrange it however I need to. What you're gonna need if you're doing this, there's a couple ways you can do it. You can use a keyhole saw, drywall saw. They're easy, they're cheap. You can use a knife, Stanley knife if you don't have one. I use this as my oscillating tool. I use it for everything. This is the Swiss Army knife of everything, from wood to metal to drywall. It makes drywall really easy. I've got some lines laid out and they're rough lines. And by the way, if you don't have an access, get a stud finder, because it would be, you create a lot more work for yourself if you went ahead and started cutting a hole and there's a stud right here in the middle. Go get a stud finder, or find your studs. That's the most important thing. This is a big panel. I don't want to use a little panel because honestly, I've found there's not enough room to actually work in. There's enough room to see that you have a problem, but not enough room to fix anything. Because I'm going to be renting this side of the house out and we're going to be living in the other side, I need to actually be able to get in here and work. So I need an actually useful size panel, which, like I said, this one here, it's a good size. So I'm gonna have y'all follow along. We're gonna go ahead and probably fast forward through some of the slower stuff, and then we'll pick back up whenever we're done. But basically what I did is here, I measured 5.5 off the ground, 5.5 off the ground, and then remember, you're using your internal diameter, 29 inches. Now, if you don't want to do all your layout, an easy way to do it, say you're working with a blank wall, you've identified where your studs are, you can go ahead and put this on, trace around it, all the way around it, and then just measure this. It's an easy way to do it, and you just reduce all of your measurements. Draw one square like this, and then come in, do 1.25 inches or whatever your trim is, bring all that in another 1.25 inches. That's an easy way to do it too, instead of having to lay it out. If you're worried about getting it square, don't cut it tight. Give yourself enough room to wiggle with it. Give yourself enough room to actually work with it. Don't fight it. Because you have so much room to work with here, it's very forgiving. So go ahead and do that. And all right, we're probably gonna fast forward this part, and we'll pick back up whenever everything's cut out.
you just break it?
Mm-mm.
It's supposed to do that?
Mm-hmm.
How are you supposed to open the access panel?
It's got little thumb screws.
And it can also get pushed inward?
No. I mean, you can.
It'd just be inconvenient and you won't be able to fix that.
Okay, so we've got it roughed in and we had some damage here from before. So we'll do another video on how to fix that. Before I install this, I'm gonna go ahead and put some mud here and fill this in. But after this, all you would do is you would either take liquid nail or caulk, go ahead and caulk it in, run your bead all around the edge here. Use enough. You'll wipe out, you'll be able, this is paintable, you can paint it so it doesn't stand out like a sore thumb, but now you've got all the access in the world to get to your plumbing. Now I'm gonna end the video there because I'm not ready to install it. I gotta fix this drywall here. I'm gonna cutting this back, go ahead and building that out and fixing that. And but that's it. Now you got good access. You can go ahead and get in here and work everything. Nothing worse than having to tear apart a wall because you don't have access to it. So put these in. This was like 30 bucks on Amazon, free shipping. It's not bad at all. Use some hand tools, caulk, something to cut drywall with. It's not bad. All right, thank y'all. Go ahead and subscribe.